Hello and welcome to our live coverage of the day's news agenda around London for the Capitals clubs. 2018 World Cup is on everybody's minds, but that hasn't stopped clubs going about their summer transfer business. Arsenal have already completed the signing of Socrates, Papastathopoulos, Stefan Lichtsteiner and Bernd Leno, and also look set to seal the signature of Lucas Torreira, while West Ham have snapped up Jack Wilshere, Łukasz Fabianski, Issa Diop and Ryan Fredericks. Tottenham have been busy off the field, handing a new deal to manager Mauricio Pochettino and a new 6-year contract for star striker Harry Kane. Meanwhile in West London, Antonio Conte's Chelsea future continues to be the subject of speculation, with former Napoli boss Maurizio Sarri reportedly the leading contender for the Stamford Bridge hot seat. We'll be bringing you all the updates from the capital here throughout the day, keeping on top of all of the latest transfer news and speculation around the Premier League. Follow all the latest updates below. Keep up to date with the latest news, features and exclusives from Football London via the free Football London app for iPhone and Android. Available to download from the App Store and Google Play. 1309 Hull City have completed the signing of West Ham defender Reece Burke for an undisclosed fee. 12:45 Arsenal are on the verge of landing one of the most highly rated young talents in England. Sam Greenwood, the 16-year-old striker, has travelled down to London to sign a scholarship deal with the Gunners ahead of being handed a professional contract on his 17th birthday in January. The forward has been chased by Manchester United and Liverpool in the past few months, having decided to run down his contract with Sunderland, but has opted to join Arsenal. Full story 12:36 According to Gianluca Di Marzio, Fulham will win the race to sign Jean-Michel Seri from Nice. The Ivorian midfielder was closely linked with West London rivals Chelsea, but it seems Fulham will pip their neighbours to the 26-year-old. That's some statement of intent from the Cottagers. Image, Valerie H. AFP, Getty Images, 12:13 According to the Mail, there is no clause to turn Kennedy's loan to Newcastle into a permanent move. 11:54 With claims that Newcastle United have rejected a bid of £20 million from West Ham for Jamal Lascelles, here's Lee Ryder, chief Newcastle writer at the Chronicle Live's take on it. This is more of the same on Lascelles and it appears to be agent-driven. Newcastle would hold out for much more on Lascelles than £25 million in any case. Like the Everton and Chelsea rumours, it's head-turning stuff for the Toon captain and not welcome in the eyes of fans and the manager. Image, Stu Forster, Getty Images, 11:38 There will be 9 Tottenham players featuring in the World Cup semi-finals, more than any other club, but when will the likes of Harry Kane and Dele Alli return for pre-season training? Read more 11:21 According to Sky Sports, West Ham have had a bid for Newcastle captain Jamal Lascelles rejected. The Hammers reportedly made an opening offer of £20 million, rising to £25 million, which was immediately turned down by the Magpies, with a defender not for sale. 11:02 Former Chelsea and Atletico Madrid striker Fernando Torres has completed a move to Japanese side Sagan Tosu. The Spanish forward left boyhood club Atleti at the end of last season. 10:52 According to Euro United, Nice midfielder Jean-Michel Seri has agreed a deal in principle with Chelsea over a summer move and, given his word, the Ivorian midfielder has been linked with a move to several European clubs, with Borussia Dortmund, West Ham and Chelsea all linked. But the Blues could be about to steal a march, with the 26-year-old reportedly in London for talks. Jean Seri, Image, Andy Astfeld, Getty Images, 10:30 According to the Chronicle Live, Newcastle are confident of completing a loan deal for Chelsea's Kennedy. Brazilian impressed during his loan move on Tyneside last season, and Rafa Benitez's side are reportedly keen to retain his services for another year. Photo by Serena Taylor, Newcastle United via Getty Images, 10:23 as reported in Spanish newspaper Marca. Eden Hazard claims Real Madrid makes everyone dream, even without his childhood hero Zinedine Zidane in charge. Photo by Buda Mendes, Getty Images, 9:28 Reports in Uruguay claim that Lucas Torreira will be announced as an Arsenal player today. It looks like the Gunners will finally get their man. 925 linked with the move to Arsenal for this summer. Reports from Spain suggest that Spurs are waiting to make a move for Sevilla's Steven Nzonzi. Given the midfielder is currently on international duty with France at the World Cup, his future could become a lot clearer from next week. Read here. Andreas Cornelius goes up against Steven Nzonzi. Photo by Mladen Antonov. AFP. Getty Images. 847 reports from Portugal have claimed that Spurs have set aside money to sign Benfica's Alex Grimaldo this summer. Left-back has made a big impression in the Primeira Liga and the Lily Whites are believed to have been keeping tabs on the player. However, it seems they will only move for him if Danny Rose departs before the transfer deadline. Read here. Alex Grimaldo has been a target of both Manchester United and Napoli. Image, Patricia de Melo Moreira. AFP. Getty Images. 818 Premier League clubs will get a closer look at Domagoj Vida on Wednesday night as England take on Croatia in the World Cup semi-final. The centre-back has impressed many at the tournament in Russia and a number of clubs are believed to be interested in signing him this summer. With reports suggesting Liverpool have already failed with an offer, it is believed that Everton, Fulham and West Ham are all keen on the 29-year-old. Read here to find out how much Besiktas want for the defender. Domagoj Vida celebrates scoring against Russia in the World Cup quarter-finals. Image, Lars Baron. FIFA via Getty Images. 813 It comes as no surprise to see Wilfried Zaha linked with the move away from Crystal Palace following his stunning form last season. Linked with Liverpool and Spurs in the past, the latest reports claim that Everton are indeed keen on luring him to Goodison Park. New boss Marco Silva wants to sign the winger ahead of the new season, although it may be quite hard to lure him to Merseyside given his previous struggles at Manchester United. Read here. Zaha models the 2018-2019 away kit. 810 It's going to be a hectic month for Chelsea with still no new arrivals at the club. However, the latest reports from Italy suggest that the Blues are working behind the scenes on 3 deals. The FA Cup winners could be set to pip Man City to the signing of Jorginho, while Gonzalo Higuain and Daniele Rugani could also follow from Juventus. Read here. Jorginho playing for Napoli against Roma. Photo by Francesco Pecoraro. Getty Images. 2034 Andriy Yarmolenko is in Switzerland and has arrived at the West Ham Hotel to sign for the Irons. Former Arsenal midfielder Jack Wilshere is already on his way out to link up with his new squad after completing his own move. Now the Ukrainian's agent has posted an Instagram update to show he and his client have made it too. Read all the latest details here. Andriy Yarmolenko. Image, Alexander Simos. Borussia Dortmund. Getty Images. 2031 The Chelsea winger has left London to travel north for the second Newcastle medical of his career. Last season, the 22-year-old joined the Magpies on loan and is set for another temporary stay. His latest switch could well be made official in the morning. Read all the details here. Kennedy celebrates after scoring against Southampton. Image, Serena Taylor. Newcastle United via Getty Images. So close, yet so far from a transfer announcement. We've been made to wait for Arsenal's signing of Lucas Torreira, but it surely can't be much longer. Thank you for joining us for today's festivities and we'll be back once again tomorrow. Here are some of our top stories to keep you occupied this evening. 1810 Still no official announcement forthcoming from Arsenal, but it sounds like Sampdoria think it's done. 1724 Still no sign of Arsenal announcing Lucas Torreira so far today, but plenty has been noted about him this summer from all corners. The deal has sounded done for a while and the Uruguayan is believed to have been going through the process of a medical today. 1714 Roma have announced the signing of 21-year-old Brazilian goalkeeper Daniel Fusado as their 10th signing of the summer after the additions of Javier Pastore, Brian Cristante and Justin Kluivert to name a few. It appears the stopper is one for the future rather than a ready-made replacement for Alisson, but perhaps one to keep an eye on. 1654 Andreas Bjelland is heading to Copenhagen. The defender missed out on Denmark's World Cup squad and left Brentford at the end of his deal after rejecting a new one. The 29-year-old signed for the Bees from FC Twente in Holland in 2015 in what was a club record deal for the club, but didn't play until again for the club April 2016 after suffering a knee ligament injury against Oxford United in the League Cup. The Dane had hoped to impress clubs at the World Cup after injury disrupted his end to the season. Speaking about Bjelland's departure, Rasmus Ankersen, Brentford FC co-director of football, has said, "Andreas played a key role in the team last season and showed his qualities as a leader. There was a mutual interest in continuing our partnership for the seasons to come, but unfortunately it was not possible to agree terms for a new contract." Andreas Bjelland during the season with Brentford. Photo by Harry Murphy. Getty Images. 1557. If reports are to believe, Andriy Yarmolenko has arrived at West Ham's training camp in Switzerland to undergo a medical ahead of a £17.5 million. Fans had a mixed response when news of the Hammers' interest broke over the weekend, and the progress is perhaps surprising given the reports that the Irons had agreed a deal with Lazio that would smash their transfer record for Felipe Anderson.